ZTK and Z07 package the same? Heck no. Is the ZR1 just a hopped up Z06? Heck no. And for those of you just joining the channel or just wanting to see all the differences clear as day right in front of you, that's what today is about. It is Z06 versus ZR1. So behind me right here, I got the ZR1 ZTK package, Z06 Z07 package. My friend Clarence is here. He was very awesome in bringing out his car. We're gonna check out both of them. We're gonna go through both of them, and you all are gonna see that there are some big differences between both of the cars. We'll go on a little bit of drive. We'll check interior, exterior. We'll even do an exhaust note check so you can hear both of the cars, and you can let us know throughout the entire video in the comments which one is your style. All right, I got my friend Clarence here.
What's up? My name is Clarence from Seagoner Speed 252, and I'm hot.
Yeah, it's a hot day today, but we're here. We got both of these amazing cars here. Clarence, we're gonna go through your Z06 with the Z07 package. We're gonna talk about kind of the exterior. We're gonna go through interior. We're gonna do all that stuff, but we'll start with the exterior. Talk about your car, year, make, model, blah, 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 all that stuff.
Yeah, so this is a 2023 C8 Corvette Z06 Accelerate Yellow with the Z07 package, with the non-Z07 package altogether, but the Z07 package Aero.
You're like one of the only people who has like that kind of combination, right?
Yeah, well, I think used to be the only one, but now there's so many people that do it that Chevrolet allowed that to happen. At one point, it wasn't a thing. You either had to get the package or you didn't get the package.
Wow.
But I knew some people in Chevrolet, thank God, and he blessed an opportunity to get the Z07 Aero without the big brakes and everything else that I couldn't really afford to put on the car at the time. So.
Big old carbon ceramic, but it almost seems like they're doing pretty much carbon ceramic on everything now.
Yeah, it seems like it, so I was just a redheaded stepchild just didn't get it. But overall, man, I have the convertible, which is a very beautiful feature that I love about this car because it's so easy to take the top down in this nice hot weather. And when it's 7 degrees out, it's really nice to have the top down for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. And these wheels, what kind of wheels are these?
So these are MC5's Forgedlite wheels, and these wheels are very light. They're awesome, and they're really great for the track, really durable. These are one piece. They make 2 pieces and 3 pieces, but I would recommend the 1 piece because it's just durable and they're very consistent.
Most definitely, and I got the same exact wheels, but in bronze on my C8 Z06 as well, which everyone has seen on the channel. And you all know if you want to buy something like that or other parts for your Z06, make sure you go to jesseIwujiperformance.com. You can order there, and you can look just as great as this or mine or some of these other cars that we got on the channel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so cool. That's the exterior on there. You got the Z07 high wing on it. You got the front splitter. You got the dive planes and everything. We can clearly see that. Basically all stock on the outside with the exception of the wheels. I mean, you're still even stock ride height too, right?
Yeah, stock ride height. I never lowered it. I do have the front lift. I decided that, for me, the stock height is perfect. I would rather keep my front splitter safe than not safe. And that's just how I look at it. This front splitter costs too much money for me to jeopardize lowering it like a lot of guys I know, like Jesse.
Yeah, like me.
I ain't judging. But overall, it's a really good looking car, really good looking build. I got the body colored mirrors instead of black this go around because I thought
oh,
really great.
I didn't notice that. Yeah, so this is the, I think, are mine black then, aren't they? Or no, are mine? I don't know. I can't remember. Are they orange?
Black.
Are they black? Okay.
Black.
This one thing I literally have never thought of or paid attention to. I don't even know.
There's an extra cost to actually paint it black. So I said I'm going body color mirror because I wanted the car to stay as much Accelerate Yellow as possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I did decide to go with black nacelles, which some people don't like.
I think it looks good.
They should have went black here, but I just didn't want to go all the way black. I wanted to just make it just look a little bit different.
I think it looks good. Like, it's not too much. Sometimes I don't like the black. Sometimes I do. With this, with your current look, everything you have on this car, I think it looks good having that black there and then having everything else yellow.
I agree. Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, this is good. When you're pulling in, I'm like, this is a very solid spec looking car. Like, very, very good. Very, very good. Okay, cool. No, it does look good. I saw it and I was like, man, this thing looks good. All right, so you all just saw his Z06 with the Z07 package. Looks really good. Let us know in the comments how much you like that. Is this the style that you would go with if you were buying buying a Z06, or if you had a chance to buy another Z06 again, would it be this? But this is a Z07 package. You saw the wing, you saw the sizes. We'll kind of do direct compare of both of them, but that's the general exterior of the car. Let's jump into the ZR1. All right, right here you have the ZR1 with the ZTK package. So this beautiful, beautiful ZR1 is absolutely gorgeous. Just take a moment, one moment of silence, and just admire this thing real quick. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're done admiring it. Now continue to follow this video. This thing is gorgeous. I mean, look at this thing. Like, I've never seen, like GM and everything they put in to develop this car is just, it's amazing. I mean, the aggressiveness of what it looks like, you know, the aero, everything. We'll start from the front, right? So when you look at this front splitter right here, this front splitter is pretty much the same exact one that you get on the Z06 with the Z07 package there. You clearly see it's the same exact size. So no differences there. Looking at the dive planes, the dive planes on these carbon fiber, same exact dive planes that you get on the Z07 package. So it's all the same up front. But where you start seeing some of the major differences is when you get to the hood. So on the Z06, it almost makes the Z06 hood kind of start looking more plain now that they've gotten this crazy aggressive hood that they came with for the ZR1, where you got air flowing all the way through, and it goes through a cooler right there, and it comes up and helps produce downforce up front. Because this entire car at 180 plus miles per hour can produce over 1,000 pounds of downforce, and at 233 miles per hour produces 1,200 pounds of downforce, which is an absolute insane number. And if you want to compare it to what the Z07 produces, Z07 package only produces about 786 pounds of downforce overall at 186 miles per hour. So this car at the same speeds produces like basically 20% plus 25% more downforce with the ZR1 than this at the same exact speed, which is a really big difference, and it helps out with grip overall when you're driving on track. Moving back on this car, you have these big old lovely forged aluminum wheels. Don't mind a little bit of dirt on them because I've been driving this thing like crazy and loving it. Big old carbon ceramic brakes. Obviously he went with the steel brakes on his, so it's a smaller package, but for here, these carbon ceramics are also different than the carbon ceramics that you could get on the Z06. The carbon ceramics on the ZR1 are the long strand carbon fibers. The ones that you would get on the Z06 are the shorter strand ones, the regular standard strand. That's why the ZR1 brakes actually can handle heat a lot better than the Z06 carbon ceramic brakes. Moving over here to the side of the car, right? So, you know, if you're looking at the side of both of these cars, right? You're looking at these side skirts right here. Side skirts pretty much are the same on both of these cars, both carbon fiber right here. But then when you look at the door, you have the, whatever they want to call it, boomerang thing, whatever it is. Wishbone on the Z06. But you move to the ZR1, it has this little air pocket right here, this pocket that sucks in air and helps get it to the engine bay so that it helps cool things down or help you make some more horsepower. These side vents are pretty much the same on the ZR1 as it is the Z07. And then moving backwards even more on the rear hatch, you have both of these like little pods right here that suck in air for the air intake for the car, for the engine. And it's on both sides. On the Z06, you don't have that. Even for the like the coupes or whatever, they still don't have those, right? It's just more plain right there.
Yeah, so it's funny that you mentioned that because they installed these on the coupes for the ZR1s, but they don't install these for the convertible.
Oh, so the convertible don't have them.
The convertible don't have it. And I was kind of confused on that because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Where this is more covered, you would think there would be more air, but they said, no, this gets enough air, but this doesn't.
That's weird.
No sense to me, so I didn't question it.
That's weird. That must have been a packaging issue, whatever. I don't know.
Come on, convertible, so.
Weird. That's interesting. Weird. Well, I like having them. It gives it just more of an aggressive look on these cars.
I consider it being from the C7. Right?
Yeah.
This was on the C7 Grand Sport and C7 Z06. Right here, remember?
Yes, you're right. You are right. Yes,
exactly.
yes. Yeah, they did have something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that was probably for cooling brakes, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to go back.
Was, but it just still identical.
They still, they still have. I forget that. I'm looking up like, they did have that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. All right. So now going to the wing. Clearly, there's a big difference, right? Small wing gang and big wing gang. You know, you got the big old. I
call it the Last Supper.
Yeah, the Last Supper. You can eat like how many? You can feed a whole family of 10 on this wing, and on this one maybe a family of 2. The wing on the back of the Z06 Z07 package still produces great downforce. It still has a great angle of attack on it to help you with downforce, but this great angle of attack and just way more surface area. And when you have that surface area like this, it helps you produce that 1,200 pounds of downforce, which all that downforce for this car is not only coming from the wing, it's coming from the entirety of the car, but this wing has a lot to do with it, and it's ultra aggressive, and that's why I decided to go with an OEM ZR1 wing on my Z06 so that I could basically help my car produce this level of downforce on the rear. And then, going to the back, everything's pretty much the same, center exit exhaust, rear bumpers are the same on both of these cars. There's really no differences, but that's an overall look between the Z06 Z07 package right here and then the ZR1. There's some similarities and there's not. Before I forget, looking on the coupe, we do got the split window right here, and obviously that's super beautiful on these cars. But yeah, that's what they both look like. So the one thing with the convertibles is you don't get to see the beautiful engine on the Z06s, that LT6. You don't get to see it on the convertibles, but on the coupes here, we're over here looking at this LT7 right here, 1,064 horsepower, 829 foot-pounds of torque at the engine, twin turbos, 76 millimeter turbos, largest turbos ever placed on any vehicle ever from the factory. It's huge. You got 16 injectors on this, port injection and direct injection on this, and this car is just absolutely wild. I mean, the people who are starting to tune these things are making 1,100, 1,200, or almost 1,200. Maybe it'll be more, I don't know, unless I don't know. Let me know in the comments if someone's making 1,200 plus now. But yeah, these motors are absolutely crazy. GM did an amazing job on it. I can't wait to see what's coming out next with a warranty. So great job. I mean, this is super, super cool. You still got trunk space right here. Now, the one thing we actually didn't talk about real quick that I'm gonna move up here, he has a frunk, which is awesome for storage, and I do not have a frunk anymore because of this cooler. So I lose that level of daily driver friendliness because cooling.
Another thing that this ZR1 package has is the engine appearance package.
Yeah, engine appearance package, yep.
The 2 lights here.
Yep, which I have on my E-Ray. I love that. I wish my Z06 had that.
Nice. And your Z06 is a coupe, so you can definitely show what the motor differences is actually.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, so yeah, those are differences right there. So now we've looked exterior, we've looked at engine bays. We couldn't look at his because he's got the convertible, but it's all good. And now we'll jump into the interior of the cars. All right, so we are going to jump into the interiors of the cars. We'll start with the Z06 Z07 package. We'll look at his interior. We'll jump into the ZR1, look at it. What year is your car? 2023. Oh yeah, so it's gonna be way different on the interiors. Y'all will clearly see there is a difference. Now, is the 2023 not nice now because of the 2026 new interiors? No, the 2023 interior is still pretty cool, but there is a difference. There is definitely a difference. Now diving into the interiors of these. So this right here is 2023 look, very clean, very nice, kind of similar to the ZR1 as far as this light interior. I don't know how you keep yours so clean. How many miles you got on this, 100?
800. Not enough. But what I do love that the Chevrolet have gotten rid of, and you will explain it in your video later on, is I love the gray.
I like that. So there's nothing that I don't like on the interior of that. But there's nothing I didn't like on this. Like, I like all that stuff as far as controlling all my AC and everything in there. I actually like the cup holders better on this than that.
Yeah,
I actually do. I actually do. But things have been moved around. So one thing you'll notice, and we'll dive into the ZR1, but some of these buttons where the electronic stability control is, the front lift and the front camera, where those buttons are in different places now on the upgraded 2026 model. So there are differences. Like, overall, they're still generally the same look, but like there is differences. I even have like on the ZR1 like a screen like right here that's different. So there's just little differences that have changed jumping from car to car. But at the end of the day, they're still C8s. They're just, there's an uplift now. And you got the red, I like these red seat belts. They're pretty nice. You just got to keep your hands clean, right? So they don't get dirty, But besides that, yeah, overall, really like the look. I mean, GM did such an amazing job on these cars to give it really a supercar type feel. Right. Anybody who complains about the interiors on these cars, they're just crazy to me. Like, these are amazing interiors, amazing cars. These are supercars, real life supercars, and they deserve their spot at the table.
I agree.
Now diving in on the ZR1, so you can see very kind of light interior with the gray inside right here. This is a stealth look. Steering wheel pretty much looks very similar to the 2023, but you can see, like I said, you got this extra screen here that can show performance figures, boost, all that other stuff. Whatever you want to put on there, you can put on this screen. You can customize the dash too, customize that screen. All these screens are completely different than the 2023 model, so it changes a lot. As I said, when you're looking here, things have changed, right? ESC button, and then some of these other buttons right here are all right there. You have your front lift right there. You have your front camera right there, your drive, everything. You know, you can even look at these cup holders. They're just different, right? These ones fit just a cup only. There's no center area to like put anything extra. So I kind of like the 2023 a little bit more in that sense, but it's all good. As far as your AC controls and everything, that's all gonna be right there. So that all moved. It's no longer on this wall of ACs. That's what they called it. But besides that, everything else for the most part is in kind of the same places, same similar buttons, same similar type feel. Just a few different differences that they made to kind of do a little upgrade, uplift or whatever, because, you know, this C8 generation has been going for a little bit now. All right, you've seen the exterior, you've seen the interior, you've seen engine bays, you've seen all that stuff. Let me know in the comments right now so far, which one are you loving the most? Are you loving the 2023 or are you loving the 2026? You loving the Z06 Z07 package? You loving the ZR1 ZTK package? Let me know right now in the comments what you think. And next up, we will have the exhaust check. So we want to hear both cars. Naturally aspirated 5.5 liter flat plane crank LT6, twin turbo 5.5 liter flat plane crank V8 LT7, 1,064 horsepower, 670 horsepower. Let's hear what these things sound like when they rip up. He's gonna fire this thing up and then he's gonna put it in sport mode. 5.5 liter flat plane crank V8. Whenever you're ready, let's rev this thing up. Oh my gosh. That thing is so loud. And that's stock. That's stock. Bone stock, no exhaust mods, no aftermarket anything. Cats, everything is still stock, bone stock. That's what the Z06 Z07 package sounds like. All right guys, so I'm gonna fire up the ZR1. We're gonna hear that real quick. Let's see what it sounds like on idle, then see what it sounds like when I rev it up. And there you have it, boys and girls. That is the ZR1, what it sounds like. Obviously, the Z06 is louder. There's no turbos like muffling the noise. This has turbos muffling the noise. It's different. So let me know in the comments, which one was your favorite? Was it the Z06, Z07, or was it the ZR1 ZTK? All right, so we're in the ZR1 right now, and we are going to do some ZR1 driving. I'm gonna give Clarence a little ride in this car, this first time.
Yeah, they you know, throughout the years of the Z01 variants, I feel like most of those Z01s have been bulletproof.
I mean, I haven't heard of ZR1s having many issues, you know.
Not even close.
The C6 ZR1's some minor stuff, but nothing like major, you know.
And part of it could be because people don't drive them. That's the thing.
Some people do, some people do. All right, so now we are in the ZR1, and this is gonna be your first experience, right?
Yeah, it's my first ride ever.
Your first ride ever. All right, so we're gonna roll around here. What's your first initial thoughts on just sound?
It's definitely a little quieter.
Yeah, a lot quieter.
A little quieter. I can still hear a little bit of that Z06 in it.
Mm-hmm. The DNA is definitely there.
DNA is definitely there.
The 5.5 liter. The crazy thing is, like, you know, the connecting rods and the pistons are different in the ZR1. So like,
really?
You know, there's a lot of people who think that, oh, the ZR1 engine is just a Z06 motor with turbos. No, they are completely different. Like, completely different. You see the acceleration is crazy. It picks up. And there was some, you know, traction control was wanting to kind of pick up a little bit. Yeah. You know, so that's why it didn't give me the beans at first.
I was wondering about that because it is super hot here, right? So the tires will be already hot too.
Yeah, I mean, the tires are super warm right now. Yeah, I mean, it's what, almost 90 degrees right now. It's been so up and down, you know, from summer, winter. I feel like it's just summer all year round around here.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, no, the tires are warm. They're warmed up right now. But so they're not like, it's not like, you know, they're not frozen or anything. You know, when I first got my C8 Z06, I got it in the middle of the winter, and it was like 20 degrees on the first few days I had it. And I was like, oh my God, how are the tires gonna do? And it did all right. I mean, I wasn't racing it, but it did all right.
Right.
I feel like the ZR1 has a deeper tone to it. You know,
okay, I can
like
agree with that.
you do, like if you listen to it, it has just a deeper tone. It almost feels like, I mean, yeah, I don't know, it's just a deeper tone. Maybe it's the way the exhaust is routed.
Yeah, I agree with that. You can hear this.
Yeah, the turbos start picking up like crazy. But yeah, this thing, like,
Just messed up my lungs.
it's crazy, like how it has the power there all day long, but then, like, when it wants to be chill, like normal driving, it's chill.
Now, do you think you can daily drive a ZR1?
I think you can daily drive the ZR1, yes. The only part of it that would make it just a little bit tougher, depending on what you're trying to do with it, is just the missing the frunk, right? Not having the frunk, all of a sudden now it limits you, right? You as far as cargo space, right? Because when you look at a daily driver is more than just how the vehicle performs on the street. It's all its amenities and its capabilities to do things outside of just driving. You know, can you put, you know, do you got places to put your drinks, your water, whatever? Do you have plenty of room, and is it comfortable? You know, is the ride, you know, is it nice, compliant? Is it harsh? Do you have space to put luggage and things? Do you have space to put anything like that? These are all things that go into, you know, determining if a car is daily friendly.
Yeah,
you know, and the ZR1 for the most part is daily friendly, but you know, the Z06 is more daily friendly, I would say.
Right.
And definitely, obviously, the, you know, E-Ray and Stingray are probably the most daily friendly vehicles of all. I would say the E-Ray is probably the #1, like, as far as like comfortability, like acceleration, performance, daily friendliness, all that stuff, puts everything all in one. The E-Ray is it. And then, you know, obviously the Grand Sport now as well.
Right.
Grand Sport X, all that stuff, and whatever else comes out after this. But yeah, when you're missing that frunk, you take away a little bit of that daily friendliness, which it's all good. I mean, can you do without the frunk? Sure. I don't use my frunk every day,
Right.
but when I do need to use it, I'm so happy I have it.
Yeah.
It helps out a ton.
What's that quote? It's better to have it and to not need it than to need it and not have it.
It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. That is absolutely true. Absolutely true. Yeah, but I mean, you can see it. It's, and I'm in Z mode right now, so the ride's a little bit more harsh. But if I put it into like
it though, honestly.
I'm putting a touring right now, you can immediately feel.
Oh,
you feel it. You
yeah,
felt
I
it.
did feel
It
that.
went from like it's a
I
smooth.
did. I don't even think I ever feel it in my Z06 like that.
Not like that. Yeah, exactly. Not
Wow.
like that. Yeah, crazy. Very good turning radius on this, by the way. But yeah, this is touring mode right here, and it's very smooth.
Yeah,
Very
it's the first
smooth.
time I ever really felt that.
Yeah, touring mode really actually makes a big difference. Glad I have great brakes on here for people pulling out right in front of us.
Right.
But then, yeah, you go back to Z mode, boom, all of a sudden it gets a little bit more harsh right there, but like the thing still cooks. It's all right there. All right there. I mean, I wish I could go 1,000,000 miles per hour, but you know, we're not in Mexico right now.
Right.
But little spurts here and there to get up to the speed limit, it's A-okay.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I guess what's your impression so far on, you know, a couple little hits and, you know, feeling what this thing feels
It
like?
definitely has the power.
Yeah.
Man, it definitely has the power. And it still can make you a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not an all-wheel drive like the ZR1X.
Yeah.
And what I'm used to is a lot of people putting a lot of power in that car, but you can't put it down.
Yeah, well, usually a 1,000 horsepower car feels like a car that's trying to kill you.
Yeah.
And this is a very tame 1,000 horsepower that still gives you all the power you need, but like just very manageable. Like
Right.
which is awesome. And even part throttle acceleration, I mean, it's just like
Man,
it's wild.
I just like the turbo sound.
Yes.
And I haven't really heard that much in my life, so it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, sometimes I hear the turbo, sometimes I don't. I guess you might, maybe you hear a little bit more on your side.
So you can
You know?
You get old, Jess. You getting old.
Yeah, maybe.
Your dad now.
38 years old, 38 years young.
The problem is you keep listening to that loud exhaust in your Z06.
Yeah, maybe.
But nah, this is yeah, I really do think this could be a daily driver. I think another thing would be the temptation of wanting to get on it regularly, which would cause you to get in trouble.
So far driving this, that has been the temptation every time, to just want to be like, you know what, I just want to take this thing up to 200 miles per hour or whatever,
Right.
but you can't, not on the street. And I don't even know if there's any track out there that you could ever even get to 200. But this thing, like, some of the tracks I've been to with my Z06, you can get to 150, like at Willow Springs, you can get to 150. That's with the Z06. With this, at that same track, I mean, I think at Willow Springs, you can probably get to, I don't know, maybe 170 something,
Wow.
180, I don't know, maybe 180, who knows? There's so much power in this thing, it just pulls for days. Like, I would love to take this out to Willow Springs and just see kind of what the speed differences are. It's probably pretty crazy.
Oh, that's a good point.
I know obviously in the quarter mile, this thing is doing basically about 30 miles per hour more in the quarter mile. So I think at Willow Springs, up the front stretch, before you go into turn one, this thing will probably go to almost 180.
Wow.
Crazy. Man. It just picks up and goes. Picks up and goes.
Jeez.
It also drinks fuel a lot. This thing, gas mileage is not its forte.
What is it as compared to your Z06?
Oh, I mean, put it this way, I fill this thing up and it will say, like, I think the high, you know how like we fill it up and it'll tell you, oh, you have this many miles left? In the Z06, depending on how I've been driving, it'll say anywhere from 250 to 300 miles, right?
Oh, wow.
This is like 160, 170.
Wow.
Now, it could be from just driving spiritedly,
Right.
but I don't know. Man. But yeah, dude, that's it. Part throttle acceleration in this thing is so much fun. Like, it is so much. I judge a lot of cars on their street ability by their part throttle manners. Like, when you're part throttle, how does it feel? Like, does it still give you that pull at part throttle, or like some cars are kind of soft on part throttle and don't really do much until you're full throttle? And for me, I don't like that. Like, I want to have fun at part throttle. Like, I don't want to have to be 100% throttle for me to have fun with the car.
Right.
And this car, like, part throttle right here, it still pulls,
Yeah.
It still pulls. Man, so awesome. So awesome.
Yeah. What was your initial thoughts when you came out with 1,064 horsepower? When they revealed this, how was your feeling?
I thought it was gonna be a car that was gonna like just be too much for people to handle. Cause I'm like, man, I've been in 1,000 horsepower cars before. I've driven I've owned 1,000 horsepower cars. They're not nice. They're not like nice to you. I mean, they're definitely cool, but they're not nice. They're not kind to you. They feel like they're gonna kill you like all the time.
Yeah.
And this doesn't. Like, it feels like you can get on it, like low speeds not, and it's like all there.
Yeah.
It's all there. So yeah, I enjoy this a lot. It's fun. Part throttle, full throttle, whatever it is, this thing is fun. It accelerates, it's good, it handles well. You just got to feel it now. And it's a hot day. It's like freaking 90 degrees. Yeah, it performs. Now we are in the Z06. He just fired it up. Immediately I noticed that it's louder. Immediately noticed it's louder. Stock for stock, Z06 is definitely louder than the ZR1. But we're going to go on a quick little drive and let's feel the Z06, throw it in Z mode, so we're apples on apples. Even louder when you go to, that was in touring when it fired up. Imagine if it was in Z mode when that thing fired up. Woo! Crazy. And you can feel it rumbling more.
Yeah.
I haven't driven my Z06 since basically they got the ZR1 in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't even like, I purposely just been driving the ZR1 as much as I can.
Ah, that makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
golly,
even that
it's
rumble,
so
yeah.
much more like, and I haven't had a stock exhaust in forever, so I hardly know what stock exhaust sounds like anymore, except from just videos. And then the Z06, holy moly.
Yeah, it's definitely a different pull, though.
It's a different pull.
Yeah.
So like feeling that, like the Z06 is still quick. It's still very quick, but it doesn't pull like that. Like that ZR1 puts you back in that seat. Like it puts it, and this does too, to an extent. And like I thought this really put me back in my seat until the ZR1, and then I was like, the ZR1's a whole nother level. It's the torque. It's the torque.
Yeah.
The torque, that torque difference, that's what it is. That's the difference between ZR1 800 plus foot-pounds of torque, and then the Z06 with 400 and something, foot-pounds of torque. So it's pretty wild, the difference right there. Wow, this is so nice to go stock for stock and test them, go back to back, literally back to back, and test both of them. Wow.
Yeah, I think the Z06 lacks torque for sure.
It lacks it compared to that for sure.
Now it lacks in the sense of, I mean, if you think about it, the Z06 lacks torque against all variants at this point.
It is the lowest amount of torque, yeah.
It is the lowest. I think, I'm not 100% sure right now what the Stingray is.
I think the Stingray, I heard the Stingray had a little bit more, but I don't know, I'd have to check.
I mean, because I knew the Grand Sport now is 520, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
So the Z06 really lacked torque. I mean, you're really getting that sound that you like.
You love, yeah, the sound, and it sounds amazing. Like, I love this sound. But yeah, you can tell, like, the power is different.
Yeah.
The power is different. But that sound, though, it's one of the best sounding cars in the world.
I agree. Now,
that sound is nice.
I agree. Shedley, we just need a Z06X now. For
we need a Z06X. We need a Z06X. Like find a way to crank out a few more horsepower from the LT6, right? Get that LT6 from 670 to 700, and then throw 186 electric motors up front, the 186 horsepower ones. Give us 880 something horsepower total, and then put that in the Z06. Yeah, it's not gonna beat a ZR. Actually, it'll compete with a ZR1. I think it would compete. Being all-wheel drive, it would compete with the ZR1. It'll be close. ZR1 will still edge it because that 1,064 horsepower, unfortunately, you can't. That's gonna be tough to beat.
Right.
But it'll be on the launch for sure. It'll be one of the hardest launching cars out there. And yeah, I think if they did that, even if you didn't touch the LT6 motor, you just give us 186 horsepower electric motors up front. We're still, I mean, dude, that's still what, 830 something, whatever, 800 and something horsepower. I think for a Z06X, I think everyone would be really, really ecstatic if they had an 800 plus horsepower car.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And the other thing I noticed too with the Z06 shifts harder. It shifts harder. So like driving the ZR1, even in Z mode, because you're in Z mode right now, so we did apples for apples, the ZR1 shifts very soft, in my opinion, compared to the Z06. This Z06 has a different transmission tuning and is a lot more harsh on the shifts. It sounds cool, it's very aggressive, but it is soft. The ZR1 is softer than the Z06 on shifting. Woo. That sound for the Z06 though is unmatched. That to me is number one.
It has the best exhaust any stock Corvette there is in the world.
Best sounding stock car in the world overall. The only cars that rival it stock for stock is the LFA, Lamborghini Aventador, and then the first gen V10 Lamborghini Gallardos, and then yeah, and then obviously there's some JDM cars out there, Supra, but even stock for stock, the Supra doesn't sound that great. Stock for stock, RB26, Skyline GTR doesn't sound amazing stock, so for stock, I mean, the Z06, it's king.
Would you put your exhaust on your current Z06 on a ZR1?
It wouldn't work because of the turbos.
Really?
Yeah, because with the way the turbos are and all that stuff, you can't just take the exhaust from a Z06 and put on a ZR1. It won't work.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So the things are a little bit different there. I'm sure people thought about that, but it's I don't believe it'll work. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure because the turbos are routed, you know, with the exhaust and stuff, I don't think you can do it. I don't think so. But I mean,
Gotcha.
you know, we'd have to check. Man, it's so loud for stock. Like, this is crazy. It is so loud for stock. This is so nuts. It just needs that oomph. It needs more oomph. It has oomph, but just needs a little bit more.
The ZR1, yeah.
Yeah, the ZR1 has it. That's why the Z06X would be perfect, because then you would get that extra oomph you need.
Yeah. I guess I wonder how much torque can a Z06 have, though.
You said how much torque?
I wonder how much torque they can put into a Z06.
Well, the thing is, if you give it the electric motors, that's not affecting the torque output from the engine. It's only giving you just extra pull from the front.
Right.
So that's not gonna. You just need strong front axles, and then you'd be fine, because it's all-wheel drive and it's a decoupled kind of system. So you can add all the torque you want up there as long as you got good axles and, you know, differential, whatever, that can handle it. But it's electric motors, so you don't need differentials and all that stuff. I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They act independently. It's a hybrid system, and I believe they act independently of each other. It's not like your normal all-wheel drives where you got an engine up front and everything connected through multiple diffs and all that stuff. I believe it's the differences. I haven't gotten underneath the cars, but I'm pretty sure it's like a difference.
Yeah, I would agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, but it is nice checking both these cars stock for stock. Like there's, because for me, like me comparing my ZR1, like this ZR1 and my Z06, it's hard because like my Z06 is modified, so it's not fair. I mean, but there are a lot of people, all the mods I have, there's so many people out there who have the same mods now. We all basically have the same mods: air intake, exhaust, ported throttle bodies, and wheels, and maybe some aero, and that's about it. There's not a lot of variety between all of us Z06 owners. You know, the biggest variety is our choice in wheels, probably.
Yeah.
And that's about it. We all kind of go the same routes for the most part. There's a few routes to go with exhaust, a couple routes to go with air intake, one route to go with ported throttle bodies, pretty much, and that's it for now.
I mean, since we can now tune these cars, are you tuning your Z06?
So I think eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, eventually. I think eventually. Eventually.
How you want to get out of your Z06?
You know what? Just an extra 30, 40 would be fine.
Okay.
I just don't think the transmission tuning, like, unless the transmission tuning like is there, you're limited, because you can go try to make 1,000,000 horsepower, but if the trans doesn't want to shift properly because of all the extra power and the clutch slippage and all that stuff, then it's kind of a waste. You know, you're just gonna be breaking clutches and things, wearing out your clutches. So, and that's gonna be expensive. So there's no point in trying to make 1,000,000 horsepower with the Z06 until tuning is really good with the transmissions.
Right.
And I'm sure someone's working on it. It's just, you know, I haven't seen it yet be effective.
What's your thoughts on them saying they're not bringing the manual transmission out?
I mean, I think they will.
Oh, really?
I think they will. I think they will. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Would you buy one?
Would I buy one? I wouldn't buy the manual just to swap in my Z06 unless my transmission broke. If my DCT broke and I was out of warranty and I had to buy one, I would definitely switch to the manual. If my DCT don't break, it's all good. I like the DCT. It's not bad.
Gotcha.
Go right in here. So that is our drive right there in the Z06. Let me know in the comments, you all, which one was your favorite? Was it the Z06? Was it the ZR1? Which one do you like better? Which one sounds better? Which one's cooler than you? Which one would you rather have? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you all. So there you have it, folks. You heard the cars, you saw the cars, you felt the cars in the drive, all this stuff. Z06, Z07 package, ZTK, ZR1, both of them super amazing. Still enjoy the Z06 very much. I have not been in a bone stock Z06 in a very, very long time. So that was actually interesting to be in his car and experience that. But right after the ZR1, I mean, the ZR1's a monster. Like, the ZR1 wasn't even wanting to give me all the power it could because it's warm, and I think it was just trying to pull some power. I think some race fuel in the car would like help it out a lot. 91 octane kind of sucks, but hey, it's all good. It's all that we have on the West Coast. So anyways, this is super fun. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. Hit the like button if you hadn't hit the like button, subscribe if you hadn't subscribed, and leave comments if you haven't left comments. Hit the hype button if you're watching from your phone. Just go to the comment and like swipe over and you should see hype. Hit the hype button, hit it in every single one of my videos, please. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is awesome. I'll see you all on the next video. More ZR1 content to come, more Z06 content to come, more everything to come. This has been fun, and yeah, I'll see you later.